What is good, people? Tunde again from Caesar Graphics. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and remember to ring the bell so you will be notified when I post my tutorials. Welcome to my how to use background series, and without any further ado, let's jump into today's tutorial. So this was the design sent to me by one of my group members, and I want to appreciate you guys for posting your designs this week. And let's go straight to my slide. So I say here that the artwork is too busy. So there are too many things calling for attention at the same time. I realized that we have too many images passing different messages, which is not bad, but I think there are ways to do this that will make the project look more attractive to the eye. And I realize again that we have some shapes that are even adding more to the problem of the artwork, because the artwork is already full, and we still have some other elements that are, I think, is not necessary, that are killing the look of the design. Using too many images to explain the information on your project will make it hard for your content to breathe. This will make your design look busy, that it will be difficult for the audience to scan through your project. Remember, your goal is to pass the message in a dynamic way. You can achieve this when the page is full. What you need is one image that will put all the information together in one piece. So we are going to be using Adobe Photoshop to achieve this project. I would have loved to use InDesign, but I'm trying to manage time, so I'm going to use Photoshop to quickly work on the project. This is the design brief. Let's go straight to Photoshop and start work on the project. All right, so let's create a new document. I'm going to go to file and select new. So because this is going to be on social media, I'm going to use 1106, which is similar to the size of the frame on the initial design. And I'm going to make my resolution 100, and I'll call this EDU. And I'm going to say OK. So let's bring in our image. I'm going to drag that and drop here like so, and I'm going to move this down to this bottom of my project like so, and I'll scale this big. Then I'll create a new layer. I'll call the BG, and this will be below this layer. So I'm going to pick a color from here, and I'll use the Alt backspace to fill the layer with the color, and I'm going to add a vector mask to this, and I'll select the brush tool, reduce the size of my brush. Then I'll make sure my foreground here is set to black, and I'm just going to brush out the unwanted parts from the layer like so. So there's something I want to do again. I want to kill the color of the blue, so I'm going to select color lookup. Now it's not compulsory you do this, but this is my own way of working. At times I always just feel like reducing colors on my project, so I'm just going to select the color lookup, and I'll select the drop blue option here like so. I'll go to the project brief, and I'll put the information and paste it right here. So I'm going to pick a color from this guy. Okay. So it's always good to work with grids. So I'm going to drag this and drop here. I'm about to put some information at the bottom of the frame here now, but I noticed that I can't, if I put it here, it won't be visible. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to draw a shape and I'll put the information on it. So first is I'm going to create a new layer and I'll call this yellow and I'll fill it with my foreground, which is this yellow color. You can always copy the code and I'll hit OK. Then I'll hit Alt backspace. And the next thing I'll do is to go to the shape tool, select the rounded rectangle tool here, and I'm going to just draw a shape. And I'll change the edges of my shape to be something around 45. And I'm going to select this tool. I actually want this to be out of the frame, like so. So the next thing I'm going to do is to hold on and create a marquee of that rounded rectangle layer, and I'll select the yellow background layer and I'm just going to click on the layer masked icon here. I'm going to hit the Ctrl I on my keyboard to reverse the selection, and I need to move these guys up a little bit. I'm just going to go to the layer and I'll move it up just like so. Alright, so I need to direct people's attention to the number. So I'm just going to change the color of this to red. Alright. Yeah, so if I remove the grid now with Ctrl H, you see we have this looking lovely artwork, and I think I still need, I feel like adding something to this side here, pointing people to know that this is the contact details. I'm going to hit Ctrl H to bring out the grid. You know what? Let's go to Google and search for arrow that we can use. So I have my dotted arrow, so I'm just going to drag and drop here and scale this down. I'm going to just position this here. Alright, so this is going to serve as our first option, so I'm going to put everything in a group. Alright, so let's go straight to the second option. So I'm going to make a copy of this and I'll call this option 2. And I'll hide this and make this visible. Let's just hide every other information so as to not to get ourselves confused. So I'm going to push this up to about this point, like so. And so I'm going to remove the chain connecting the layer mask and the layer so as to be able to move just only the layer mask. So I'm going to click on it on the thumbnail of the layer mask and I'm going to just drag that up like so. Alright, I'm going to just position this here just like so. Okay, and I'll shift select all other information on the project and I'll move them above the layer of the yellow layer, and I'll click on the chain to connect the layer and the layer mask back, and I'm going to make the HND master visible, and this should come right here. And I'm just going to zoom in so as to draw a very tiny line like so. Alright, so we'll just position this here and I'll make a copy of this. I'll hold on shift and I'll drag this down. Copy. I'm going to put everything here in a group. All right. So I'll hold on Shift and then it's Ctrl G to put them in a group. And I'll close this. So I'm going to hit Ctrl H on my keyboard to hide the grid. And we have this. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. If you have not subscribed, don't forget to hit the subscribe button because I'm going to be posting more of videos like this for you guys to learn. I'll see you guys again in my next video. Peace.